She looked happy online, but reality was deadly. One decision ended a life and shattered a family. The truth is more disturbing than you think. Before we go any further, if you watch true crime documentaries that expose the truth behind the headlines, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Because stories like this deserve to be told, remembered, and learned from. Gloria Zamora was a 40-year-old fitness influencer, entrepreneur, and mother whose life appeared inspiring to thousands of followers online. Known for her dedication to health, fitness, and personal growth, Gloria built a strong social media presence where she shared workout routines, lifestyle content, and motivational messages focused on self-improvement and confidence. Behind the influencer image, Gloria was also a devoted mother of 7 children. 3 of her children were from a previous marriage, and she later expanded her family further. Motherhood played a central role in her life, and those close to her described her as deeply committed to providing a better future for her children. Gloria's personal journey was marked by transformation. She openly spoke about changing her life through fitness, discipline, and self-care. Over time, she turned that transformation into a career, launching fitness and cosmetic-related ventures aimed at empowering others, particularly women seeking confidence and independence. Her brand focused on physical strength, beauty, and mental resilience. Her relationship with Thomas Alberto brought additional complexity to her life. Together, they had 3 children, and from the outside, their family appeared stable. However, like many curated online lives, the reality behind the scenes was far more complicated than what followers saw. Gloria's story resonated because it represented growth, reinvention, and perseverance. She was not just an influencer, she was a woman who had rebuilt herself and encouraged others to do the same. Tragically, that journey was cut short, leaving behind children, family, and a community struggling to understand how a life centered on strength and transformation could end in such violence. Thomas Alberto Tamayo was Gloria Zamora's estranged husband. The two had been married for approximately 16 years and shared 3 children together. For many years, their relationship appeared stable from the outside, especially as Gloria's online presence and fitness career continued to grow. According to Thomas, he claimed that he had supported Gloria both financially and emotionally throughout their marriage. He stated that he provided stability, including a home, a car, and financial assistance while she focused on her personal transformation, fitness journey, and business ventures. To outsiders, this support suggested a partnership built on shared responsibilities. However, the relationship eventually deteriorated. The marriage ended in separation, and those close to the situation described rising emotional tension. Thomas reportedly felt deeply betrayed, humiliated, and abandoned by Gloria, particularly as she became more independent and publicly successful. His emotional state appeared unstable, marked by resentment and an inability to accept the end of the relationship. Investigators later noted that this emotional turmoil played a significant role in the events that followed. What may have started as unresolved anger and possessiveness ultimately escalated into something far more dangerous. The case highlights how unresolved emotional distress, combined with a sense of loss of control, can turn toxic, and, in this instance, deadly. Hector Garduno was a 43-year-old entrepreneur and father of 4 children who became professionally connected to Gloria Zamora through shared business interests. Unlike the personal history tied to her marriage, Hector's role in Gloria's life centered on collaboration, growth, and future planning. The two were working together on plans for a female-only gym, a concept focused on empowerment, fitness, and creating a safe space for women. Their partnership aligned with Gloria's personal transformation journey and her public message of independence, strength, and self-improvement. Through social media, they frequently interacted, discussing ideas, promoting fitness content, and engaging with followers who supported Gloria's vision. This online interaction, while professional in nature, drew public attention due to Gloria's growing influence. Supporters viewed the partnership as a natural extension of her brand, a move toward entrepreneurship beyond social media. For Gloria, the project represented another step toward independence and long-term stability for herself and her children. For investigators, Hector's involvement was examined strictly within the context of business and planning. There was no indication that he was involved in the breakdown of Gloria's marriage or the escalating personal conflict surrounding her private life. Instead, his role reflected Gloria's continued efforts to rebuild, expand, and redefine her future. Ambitions that would tragically remain unfinished. Behind the public image of strength and success, Gloria Zamora's marriage was facing serious problems. As the relationship deteriorated, multiple red flags began to emerge, patterns that are often seen in cases involving domestic abuse and control. According to reports, Thomas Alberto Tamayo became increasingly possessive. He allegedly checked Gloria's phone without her consent, monitoring her messages and social media interactions. This behavior reflected a growing need for control, particularly as Gloria became more independent and publicly visible through her fitness career. There were also allegations of physical abuse. Gloria reportedly experienced physical mistreatment during the relationship, though much of this remained hidden from the public at the time. Like many victims of domestic violence, she did not openly share the full extent of what was happening behind closed doors. Thomas allegedly believed that Gloria was cheating on him, a belief fueled by miscommunication, distrust, and unresolved resentment. Accusations, lies, and emotional manipulation created an environment of constant tension. Instead of open communication, the marriage became defined by suspicion and conflict. These warning signs, control, jealousy, physical aggression, and emotional instability, are common indicators of dangerous relationship dynamics. In hindsight, they reveal a pattern of escalating behavior that, tragically, would lead to irreversible consequences. On the night of June 21, 2005, events reached a tragic and violent conclusion outside Suma Sushi, a restaurant in California. At approximately 9:40 p.m., Gloria Zamora arrived at the location with her business partner, Hector Garduno. What appeared to be an ordinary evening quickly turned deadly. Unbeknownst to them, Thomas Alberto Tamayo, Gloria's estranged husband, was waiting outside the restaurant. Investigators later confirmed that he had positioned himself nearby, watching and waiting. When Gloria and Hector exited the restaurant, Thomas approached and opened fire. Hector Garduno was shot first. The attack was sudden, leaving him no opportunity to escape. Moments later, Thomas turned the gun toward Gloria. Realizing the danger, Gloria attempted to run, but she was struck by gunfire. She was shot twice and collapsed nearby. Despite efforts to save her, Gloria Zamora died at the scene. The situation unfolded in a public area, with multiple off-duty law enforcement officers present nearby. When Thomas continued to pose a threat, an on-duty officer intervened. Thomas Alberto Tamayo was shot and killed by police, bringing the violent incident to an end. Within minutes, the scene became a secured crime area, leaving 2 victims dead and a community in shock. The tragic events of June 21, 2005, left a lasting impact on family, friends, and the community. Both victims, Gloria Zamora and Hector Garduno, left behind children who would forever bear the weight of their loss. The children faced an unimaginable reality, losing a mother, and in Hector's case, a father, in one sudden act of violence. Off-duty deputies who were present at the scene witnessed the shootings and immediately intervened. Their quick actions helped prevent further harm, and law enforcement secured the area within minutes. The presence of trained officers ensured that Thomas Alberto Tamayo was neutralized swiftly, limiting additional casualties. Police rapidly classified the incident as a domestic violence case, recognizing the underlying tension, previous abuse, and marital strife that had escalated into this deadly confrontation. Investigators examined the relationships, the prior warning signs, and the emotional state of those involved, confirming that this tragedy stemmed from unresolved domestic conflict. Following the incident, Gloria Zamora's daughter set up a GoFundMe to support the family and provide assistance to the children. The campaign emphasized the emotional trauma, abuse, and isolation that often accompany domestic violence. Experts and advocates highlighted the heightened risks faced by individuals leaving abusive relationships, the critical period when threats of retaliation or escalation are highest. The aftermath underscored the urgent need for awareness, intervention, and support for victims. This tragic case served as a stark reminder that domestic violence is not only dangerous but often fatal, and that leaving an abusive relationship carries significant risks that must be addressed with vigilance and support. The tragic case of Gloria Zamora highlights the deadly consequences of domestic violence and unresolved conflict. It serves as a stark reminder that possessiveness, control, and emotional abuse can escalate into fatal outcomes. Leaving an abusive relationship carries significant risks, emphasizing the need for careful planning, support systems, and awareness. Communities, friends, and authorities must remain vigilant to warning signs, provide resources, and intervene when necessary. Most importantly, victims should know they are not alone. Seeking help early, trusting support networks, and taking safety seriously can save lives. Awareness and action are vital. If this story moved you, like this video to help spread awareness about the dangers of domestic violence. Subscribe to our channel for more in-depth true crime documentaries that uncover the full story behind shocking headlines. Share your thoughts in the comments. What warning signs do you think could help prevent tragedies like this? And remember, if you or someone you know is in an abusive relationship, reach out for help immediately. Every life matters, and awareness can save lives.